Hi everybody and welcome to another Browse the Stacks. This one I probably should have called books I should have known better than to check out at the same time. Look at these monsters. Why? I have lots of books to read and not that much time to do it. My eyes were bigger than my eyes? I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. The first book I have to talk about is The Book of Accidents by Chuck Wendig. This one I have finished, all 520 some pages of it. I liked this book. I didn't love this book. It's a horror book. I didn't find it that scary, which is all right because, I mean, who needs to stay up all night in terror, right? Not me, no. Again, like mentioned, busy person. So obviously this is a long book, and I like Chuck Wendig. I've read one of his Star Wars novels, and I liked his writing in this book, and I would read more of something that he wrote. I will say that this story reminded me very heavily of Stephen King's Gunslinger series, and it's even referred to that on the back of the book. If I hadn't already have read the Gunslinger series, I might have enjoyed this one a little bit more. As it was, I couldn't help making some comparisons, and I think Stephen King's came out on top. However, if you're curious, and if you like, not fantasy exactly, but what is this called? Someone calls it a sprawling horror novel. That seems pretty on point. A blend of horror, fantasy, and science fiction is probably another good way to describe it. So check it out if you're interested in something a little bit spooky around Halloween and have a lot of time on your hands. The next book I have to talk about is The Devil and the Dark Water by Stuart Turton. Now, this book is the next book for our mystery book club in October. So if you're interested, again, get started soon. I need to get started. If you're interested, we have copies available in the McFarland Library, and obviously you can check it out from your own library, put it on hold, read it as an ebook if it's available, all that good stuff. So this is a historical fiction mystery novel, and I'm just going to read just a tiny little bit from the front cover. It's 1634, and Samuel Pepys, the world's greatest detective, is being transported to Amsterdam to be executed for a crime he may or may not have committed. Traveling with him is his loyal bodyguard, Aaron Hayes, who's determined to prove his friend innocent. Among the other guests is Sarah Wessel, a noblewoman with a secret. We're off to a good start here, right? But no sooner is their ship out to sea than devilry begins to blight the voyage. And we'll stop there and say that, what's going to happen on the ship? I don't know. I'm interested. Potentially a little spooky. Everybody's on the ship going somewhere, and somebody's doing something. So if you're interested, come to our mystery book club. Check it out. Even if you don't get all the way through it, because again, lots of pages, you're welcome to come discuss it with us. And the final book I have to talk about is another big one. The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This is another thick one. Again, overly ambitious on my part, but we'll see where I get. I wanted to read this one for a while. And there's a dragon on the cover, and I can't even do the heart. I love dragons. Okay, so anyway, this has to do with a world divided, a queendom without an heir, an ancient enemy awakens. If you're a fantasy lover, I think you're probably already listening. Intrigued, maybe? So I just want to read one little blurb from the back from a reviewer of this book, from Karen Marie Moning, #1 New York Times bestselling author of the Highlander and Fever series, neither of which I have read, but moving on. A masterpiece of intricate world building with the depth, complexity, heart, and soul of a timelessly relevant classic. Brilliant, diverse, feminist, subversive, thought-provoking, and masterfully told, The Priory of the Orange Tree is an absolute must-read. That's pretty high praise, and if you're looking for a fantasy that encompasses any of those things, that has a super cool cover with a dragon on it, I think you're going to want to check this one out. I'm excited to read it. I'm going to make time for this. How many pages are you? I'm going to make time for this. Ooh, there's an appendix of names in the back. I'm being a little ambitious getting to read this one without some renewals, but 804 pages without the appendix, so yeah. Go me. Librarian power. We're gonna do this. If you read it, let me know what you think. And let me know what you've been reading lately. Let me know if you've decided to bite off any gigantic books, possibly more than you can chew, or if you're into shorter, lighter, more fun reads right now. Well, thanks, everybody. I'll be reading if you need me. Okay, bye now.